Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well in the start of this weekend. And yesterday was a crazy night, right, for Bitcoin. After I made the last video, of course we have expected the downtrend, but somehow some change in the structure has appeared a little bit, and it might still available, of course, but however, I hope that you did well in this trade. Of course, it went so deep down, more than expected, and I was surprised after my night, because I wasn't, of course, at home at the time, but I was very surprised that it has went so deep, even touched the gap almost. However, we're gonna go in the deep analysis from today because it looks like we need this right now, right? Because we need to see what's going on, and of course the fear in the market now is crazy. And if you of course open YouTube now, you see that everyone talk about the end of the bull market and that we're going back to the under the lower low that we had the last time, and also that a recession effect is affecting also Bitcoin. So I mean, of course, it might be a recession already since Corona, right? And we didn't see that affecting so much on Bitcoin, to be honest. Even if a recession in US happened, I don't think that it will affect so much on Bitcoin. I think it's the opposite thing, because remember that Bitcoin might be the solution in such a situation now, right? We have a new solution now for recessions, because there is no printing in Bitcoin, right? No one can print money with it. So that might affect actually the opposite, right? So everything happened yesterday has nothing to do with the US recession, in my point of view, and also nothing has to do with with other effect that it might goes down and so on. Again, I trust Elliott Wave, and I trust what is going on. We are in wave 2. It's very normal. This is how market and psychology works. However, before starting, I want to thank many people that support the channel since the start, and I'm really thankful for you. I appreciate all your comments and your likes for the video to support this channel and to continue. Thank you for Next Graphics, Mad Dog DXP, Daniel Tsukhov, or Tula Tracer, and Angel Turns. Thank you very much for your nice comment. I appreciate it, guys. And I hope that you are doing well in trading as well, and that I'm happy with that my videos are helpful for your trades as well. So let's start exactly what's going on in the monthly chart. So I made this study here, the parabolic study of Bitcoin, right? So what we can see already a very big curve, right? So here where we see the reality, okay, of Bitcoin, what's going on. So in both cases, right, when people, or let's call it the moon boys, right, they talk about the banana, right? We hear about it so much on YouTube, where they expect a banana like this, right? While the reality is it's a reverse banana. Okay, so this is where the reality comes, okay, that we see many things differently, right? So, okay, there is a beautiful curve here that it has started with several cycles that you can see here in blue, right? And we can see that the first cycle, or each cycle has a two pivot, right? Where it makes one higher high, then lower, then higher high again, right? You can see this repeating almost in every cycle, right? 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, right? It's the same we are expecting in our current cycle which is gonna finish almost on March 2026, right? Which is supposed to finish, right? So we still have 1 year, okay, in this area, basically, for Bitcoin, okay? So do not expect that, yeah, we're gonna crash or something. Everything that we might go back to the 17,000 or so on. Now, of course, we might go down, right? That's very possible, but however, we are still in a very good area, all right? Which is almost, yeah, between the 50,000 and the 123,000 possibly, okay? This is what is the chart showing here, right? This is mathematics. So based on the fib levels that we can see here, the first cycle, of course, it was very high, and we reached the 34 fib level. In the second cycle, we reached the 12, and the last cycle, we reached the 3 fib level. And as you can see that every cycle, almost, we are dropping down, right? The trend improvement is dropping down, right? It's not going up, it's dropping down, almost like more than 60%, right? From 34 to 12, we are talking about 60% drop. From 12 to 3, we are talking almost about, yeah, 80%, right? So this is also what I'm expecting as well for the next cycle, to drop at least 50%, right, of the 3. So at 1.618 fib level, that would normalize again the chart even, okay? So in this cycle, we might see a normalized chart again for a Bitcoin, okay? So yeah, I'm as I said in the beginning, I'm not a moon boy. I don't see any banana here, right? Yeah, this is reality. This is what mathematics says, and I trust it, to be honest. So what I'm expecting is a high, okay, of 123,000, and this is exactly what our daily study shows, that the fib levels might reach the 120,000 area. We can see also clearly a drop in each cycle. When we get into the pivot point, we see a drop always towards the 886 or the 0786 area. The same happened exactly here, the same also here, and of course in the last cycle we saw also touching the 786. So in the next cycle, of course, we are expecting that this to repeat itself, right? And once we hit the higher high, we are expecting a drop again towards this area, which is around 47,000 and 32,000. Everything might be possible, all right, guys? So yeah, for this cycle, we already dropped, right? We already got our 0.786. Imagine this drop that it was insane during FTX and the Ukraine war. So even it was planned already, you see exactly the repetition happening, all right? So that says that even this is not so much related to what's happening outside. This is Bitcoin. This is how it works. Okay, it repeats itself. It's very systematic, and that's why I don't believe that a recession in the US will affect a Bitcoin to drop down. This would not be the recession. Now, many videos, many YouTubers, many people will connect this to it, but even I don't believe this, right? It is how Bitcoin systematic thing works, right? So yeah, after reaching a very high, expect a drop to 47 or 50,000 That's very normal, okay? If you look before, we have reached the 62,000. From 62,000, we went to 17,000. So that's normal from 123 to go to the 50s. This is normal for Bitcoin, right? And we were before at 15,000, then dropped to 3,800, from 1,000 to 250, 60, right? That's very normal for Bitcoin. And this is exactly what we are expecting for the next cycle, right? It shows us very clearly, this study, how the things is going to work for the next years, okay? And that's why I spent some time today working on that study to show the reality of the things, and not to just get lost with psychology and with the bananas. Right? So yeah, this is for the monthly, and of course we're gonna keep it in mind always to come back to it from time to time and remember it, right? That would be very important. So what we're gonna go for next is to the weekly chart. Okay, we're going to the weekly chart. Of course, this video is gonna be longer a little bit because this is a deep analysis today, and yeah, I decided to do it from today because of the move of yesterday. I think it would be very essential to do it. So let's turn off this. One thing here I want to talk about it is the weekly chart for our whole bull trend. Okay, so this is a lower low that we reach in the first of the cycle, which is in 2022. We have started here from almost 15,500, right? And we have seen a rally for 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we are looking for a 5, right? Now, taking that pitchfork channel from the start of the cycle to the 1 here, to the 2, we can see the channel and the trend, how it's working inside our pitchfork, right? It works perfectly. The wave 3 has over extended from the mid line, right? And then we came back here for the wave 4, touching the exterior line. And yeah, this is working so great, to be honest. And yesterday we saw that massive drop, touching again almost the channel side, right? Again, as it did for the wave 4. That's why I'm expecting now a rebound from there, okay? Because I don't think that this can be really broken, all right? If we break this, I think then something would now, of course, the wave 4 tend to bottom outside the channel. However, it did it here, but I mean outside, right? So expect, if in case we drop down or outside this channel, then I might expect a lower low, yeah, for wave 4, yeah, and it might be this area here, okay. Now, I don't think even that we're gonna drop so much, okay? So I think it's gonna just close the gap, right, that we talk about it, and then retrace inside it again. Because of course we need to drop a little bit down more, right? And this gap exists also almost on the 58,800, so exactly in this line area here. And I think this line area here would do the same effect that we see here, okay? We saw this effect here of the candles dropping outside and going inside again. So that might be the same case, okay? And that might be in the new candle, weekly candle that we gonna see next, okay? This is very possible. And then to move on towards the upside, finish this bull trend and so on. Now, what we are expecting again on this channel, or on this chart, on the weekly chart, we are expecting a so as you can see, the fib level, the 2.6 fib level has been reached already for the wave 3, which is perfect, right? This is exactly what we want to see in a wave 3. So what we are expecting next, if that is gonna be our 1, 2, okay, our 1 and 2, okay, so if this is what we are expecting, and we are expecting a 2.618 again, all right, we are expecting a trend towards 105 or 102 K, right? That might be possible. It might extend. It might extend. Why? Because we have a very short, not very short. It's a very, how to say, very normal wave 3, right? And it's not so bigger than the wave 1, right? The wave 1 is almost more than the half. So that means we might see an extended wave 5, and I believe that it's gonna touch almost one of these channel lines. Okay, so this is where the retracement of the wave 5 might be, and as we saw in our monthly analysis, we have reached almost the 123. So this is our expectation limit, right? And if the wave 5 extends, so it might extend to here, right? To this point, to 123, and that would be like a very, very normal impulse, right, to see. Okay, it might even it might even turn into a diagonal, okay, rather like this. Here we go. You see these points here and there, okay. We can see that if that happened, okay, then this could lead to a diagonal, contracting diagonal, which is very emotive. And here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, emotive diagonal. Then we see a drop down again in almost a 3 wave towards the downside, right? Not so much towards the 47, as we saw in our study, almost to here, right? So 1, 2, 3, yeah. It's a very normal chart. It's a very normal chart, regardless to all the things that's happening outside. Okay, this is what I want to deliver in this video, all right? In this deep analysis that. Yeah, we might see a lot of fear, we might see a lot of emotion in the market and everything, but for me, everything looks very, very normal and very, it cannot be more beautiful than this, to be honest. Okay, so just to mention, it's working very beautifully. Okay, so I'm gonna keep those things for also to remember always. So 123, here we go, and we're gonna add expected higher price or expected all-time high, okay? And yeah, and also we're gonna put also one here, as we said, which was also almost on 47. We're gonna say here expected lower price, of course, next cycle, right? Next cycle. So that this range here that you can see, that even gives you an opportunity, guys, right? I mean, some people don't like to trade daily as we do, like with the waves and so on. So some people would like to simply, okay, I just sell from here until we reach the next low, right? And just sell and forget it. Okay, so that is a trade opportunity here. It can be also, yeah, the opposite, just buy until we reach the expected all-time high, right? So these are the things. So I'm gonna keep this also as a weekly analysis, right? So that's a weekly analysis. So we can come back to it from time to time again. All right. So next is the daily. All right. On the daily chart, what we can see is, let's put on the daily. Here we go. Inside this wave 5, right, that we were talking about, we are expecting, of course, after 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, we are expecting at least the 100, right? At least starting with the 100. Now, it can extend with several 1-2s, 1-2s. That's very possible, right? But this is exactly the area that we are going to watch. And remember, we took also our wave 1 here that is tell us a minimum, the minimum price is gonna be 120, which is aligning perfectly, right? Perfectly with our analysis, yeah, which is 123. So that is exactly the area to watch. So actually after this, I'm gonna extend the box, blue box here to 123. Okay. So on the daily, we are expecting exactly this. Yeah, also the 4.618 fib level is a very common after the 2.618 hitting for the wave 3. So wave 5 might reach this one and even higher. Yeah, so also for the 1.618 taken from this one, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, is very possible for a wave 3 here of this one, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so this is very possible to reach the 85,100 just with wave 3, all right? Just coming from the 57,000 towards the 85,000 in one wave, guys. So that's very possible. All right. So this is exactly to repeat what's going on here. Don't forget what is happening here as well is an A, a B, and a C. And we are looking for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, people, many YouTubers see this now, right? Just look at this. And they see like every time we're getting a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. And especially for this time, they were expecting to overshoot directly towards the upside. I mean, how it can be? It cannot be. Okay, A, B, C, we're going to the upside, but you still have 1, 2, and the wave 2, it should be deep to get so much high. And here where the wave 2 start to bring the fear, the psychology, and the doubt, right? But guys, this is Elliott Wave. It tells you exactly where we are heading, right? So of course we need a wave 2 before going upside, and yeah, this is exactly what how market psychology affect people, because they have no passion first, and they need like to wait. They want just to go high directly. They cannot wait. Okay, and then they start to doubt. Okay, so this is very normal. This is how it should work, right? So of course now what all the market, because they saw this, what they are expecting in the opposite side is this, taking the trend, and that's why I don't trade so much trend lines. I just have it like some signals, but it's not so much important for me, right? So what they see on the opposite side is this. They see a 52,000 already. So they will realize this, and they will take a trend here, a line. Oh, okay, next target is 52.50s. Okay, we look at the heat map, we see a lot of liquidation. Okay, all right, maybe. Okay, but still, so far, we are still in a wave 2, and we are looking for the upside, and everything works very nicely and very beautiful, right? So this is the thing. Okay, those trends has nothing to do in my trading thing. So again, on the daily charts, this is what we are expecting: around these this blue box. I'm gonna move now inside the chart, okay, before we go also to the indicators like the Bollinger Bands, the volume, the MACD, the RSI, everything, okay. We're gonna pass through that quickly, but first let's see what's going on here. So what we are expecting, very important thing here to mention, by the way, what we are expecting, of course, is we have double 1-2s here in orange, 3, 4, 5, finishing the green, wave 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, the 5 has finished already here. Okay, it has finished already. Sorry, has finished already here, and the 1 is considered also finished here. And this was considered here. All right, this is an A, B, and a C. Right. That was a flat, expanding flat, all right, finishing at this area. Then what we got later on is a retracement 3 waves to the upside. Then we got another A, B, and C, right? And after that, completing then a full zigzag. If we take both together, A, B, and C, right? Completing a full zigzag perfectly. And after that, we see 3 waves towards the upside. Okay. Now this sharp 3 wave, I cannot now consider it here as 3 wave, right? I have to take it like 1, 2, and 3, right? To see 3 waves, to count 3 waves, because here I can clearly count some waves, right? So I need to see also clear waves here. I cannot just take one just like that, all right? So the thing is, if we take this as, okay, this was a retracement, and we are looking now to finish this A, B, C, then we are looking for an impulse towards the downside, right? Now, if that impulse goes towards the downside, if this is my 1, okay, if that is the 1, okay, and I don't know, the 2 might be here. So if we take an impulse, then we are expecting a 54,000, almost 800, right? Which is very deep, to be honest. Which is very deep, and it has a very low probabilities. At the same time, reaching the 886, right? And the thing that we don't want to see in wave 2 is to touch this red line, the 886. Because if we touch this red line, then it might be an invalidation for wave 2. Very possible. Okay, so seeing here a bigger one, of course, this is a outside possibility. Now the other possibility is that this, okay, might be 3 waves, okay, and this might be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was our trade yesterday, yeah? And this is exactly what I spoke about, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But what I expected was only this area, okay, around the 60, and not passing the 0.5, because I was expecting a retracement. However, it's still not so deeper, but I mean, it has changed a lot of stuff. We're gonna talk about it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So if that is the case, that means this could be our last drop. And if that is the case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 might go deeper towards the wave 2, finishing this 3 waves, that means we have finished an A, B, and a C. That means the wave 2 has finished, the gap has been closed, right? And we are looking forward to the upside. In that case, if that happened, which also has a lower possibility, and I'm telling this because if we take, I'm gonna retake this. If we take the Fib time level taken from the start of the impulse to the wave, to the finish of the wave 1, we are expecting that the wave 2 to finish at least in time, okay, at least in time after the 0.38 fib level. Therefore, if that is gonna be the case as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we are expecting the 4 to extend, right, to extend in time after the 0.38 level and goes down again to finish the wave 2. This is the first option, okay? This is our first option. Is, again, let's repeat this. So we have a finished A, B, C, right? And let's consider this an A now. There is no need to put, this is an A, okay? This is A, all right? After finishing the A, we saw a retracement, a very shallow, I mean sharp, but very shallow or visible 3 waves, okay? It was almost 1 wave. B, all right? In that case, we are looking for a C, impulsive, right? Impulsive 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Finishing this 4, 5 inside this time frame before the 0.38 is a very low possibility, okay? Unless we want to range so much here, okay? For lower lows, right? We want to range so much here for lower lows and then move up. Very possible. But the higher possibility is to finish this outside the range, okay? Therefore, what I'm saying here, that the second possibility comes, okay, after this, and that is wave B has not yet finished. And this is exactly still wave B, which is now A, B, and C, okay? And C finishing the wave B exactly here. After that, we are looking again for another impulse towards the downside. Finishing wave 2 and closing the gap, and then moving up after also finishing this wave 2 on the exact fib levels between the 0.38 and the 0.61 fib level time taken from the start of the one to the end of the one. So what I see is that we're gonna range a little bit in this area, okay, until the end of this, until the end of this week, of course, and the next week maybe, okay. So the next week it might be ranging the whole time between this A. And why I think that it will not go down directly, because the gap is here, right? And it has touched the gap. So the first time the price comes to the gap plays as support, by the way. And what you saw here is the gap support, okay? The retracement. So the first touch, it touched the gap, it bounced, and then it comes back for it later on. This is how normally it works, okay? And it works perfectly. So this is what I see, guys. Because we have 3 waves here, this one, or now because we cannot see, I'm considering this 3 wave, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, yeah, this is also considered, okay, we have to take it to the 1 hour to see it clearly. Here we go. So what I see here is a 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, right? Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for C, finishing the B there. So let's take now, let's put our bearish scenario. Here we go. Again, now since the labels are there, there is no need to have all these brushes. Okay, so what I see now is that this B might end still as planned before, okay? and we might see an impulse again, which has already started, maybe, okay, 3, 4, 5, finishing the B, okay, and then moving down again with this impulse that we are talking about, okay. And this is my highest possibility, to be honest, because, as I said, finishing the wave 2 before the 0.38 is a very low possibility, okay? It's a very sharp and fast wave 2, and I don't think so, right? I don't think so. So what I see here is an A, B, and C now, okay? And this is exactly what I'm expecting. Giving more evidence that this is a wave B and not an impulse towards the downside is the 886 that you see here. Okay, taken from this fib level, and we can see that this wave here has touched the 886. That means this high is gonna be taken again. All right, it should be taken again. And that means in this wave C, we're gonna, in this expanding flat, okay, again, as we saw before here, we're gonna see a wave B there, okay. The same what happened here, an expanded flat, okay. Now it's the same happening, but the opposite, A, B, and a C, okay. It's the same flat, but in an opposite way. Therefore, I think that this is exactly what's going to happen. We're going to reach again wave B, and after that starting our impulse again, and of course after reaching the 0.38 level, at least in time, right? This is very fast, okay? This is very fast. Let's be honest, guys. This is kind of a crash. But that is not the thing. It just want to create fear, guys, okay? It just want to create fear that we see now. It just want to create psychology. And this is exactly now what everyone is thinking. Well, we're gonna drop, we're going straight down. And now they will see back again, okay? And they will say, oh, maybe we make it again. Maybe we're going up again. Oh, we reach even higher high. Yes, this is always how it works. Okay, let's invest again, right? They start to invest, then boom. Okay, I'm done with crypto. I sold everything. I'm out, right? This is always what you see on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, right? Okay, I'm out, and then what happened after that? The biggest explosion, right? So, psychology, right, guys? So that was it for today. I don't want to make this video much more longer. Of course, next week we have some news, of course, to watch, but not so much interesting. However, yeah, I wish you to have a nice day. Thank you very much for your comments and for your likes again, everyone. And I appreciate your support for the channel. All right, so have a nice weekend and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.